Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of You Hear Me podcast, powered by King Society and New Day, New Bars. This podcast is designed to be a platform for fun and exciting conversations and to be able to have open discussions about real meaningful topics. I'm your host, D. Scott, accompanied by the one and only
King Solo.
Today we have a very
Talk to him. Talk to him, Scott.
Today we have a very special guest. We got my boy Jarius in the building right now, aka JSTU Production, aka All Flip JSTU Shot at, aka in the building, aka
Going
4K,
crazy.
aka Next Up. Look, man, let me tell you a little bit about him, man. Jarius is a freelance videographer that has shot photos and videos of some of the top artists in the industry, such as Kodak Black, Moneybagg Yo, Pooh Sicey, just to name a few. He also done some amazing sports work, highlights. You can follow him on all platforms right now at jstu.productions. His Instagram game is crazy right now. It's at jstu.productions at the bottom. You see where Solo just pointed you. Head to the bottom. Before we start this interview, we got to talk about a little bit. Me and Solo did our first live episode, quickest episode ever to 1K. We gotta say a big thank you. That was crazy. Our first ever live episode, and we told you we was gonna come bigger and better. So we had to reach. So I had to get in my bag. Know somebody I know for a long time, man. It's gonna be a great interview today. Sit back and kick up. But without further ado, we get right to it on You Hear Me, man. Our first question today. For you, JSTU, is when did you realize that that camera can make you some bread? Like when did you know, like, man, I can make some bread with this camera?
Yeah, man. First off, thanks y'all for having me today, man. Thank y'all for welcoming me on the podcast. You know, I've been keeping up with y'all, so y'all been making some traction. That's blessings. Yes, sir. But I think I would say it was about my sophomore year of college when I really had the like the major thought of this. Really, what dates back to like really where I started with this is I started kind of like my senior year of high school, but I didn't start like shooting my own stuff. The way I started is I was playing football in high school and stuff. So I was playing at a big high school, so there was a lot of like Division I athletes, a lot of like crazy South Florida high school football. You know what I'm saying? So I started out doing highlight videos, hype videos, and stuff like that. And I just fell in love with the editing process. You know what I mean? Nice. So then, fast forward, getting to college, my sophomore year, I was academically ineligible to play football. So it was like football had always been something that I did that was 24/7 for me. So it was like I had to find something that's like that I love, that like I really want to get into and dive into and make a career out of. And that was really the first time where I really went 100%, and I really realized that like, hey, like I could really have a future, have like a real career in this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's super dope, man. I just want to say, like you said, you fell in love with the process.
Yeah.
Look at you now. You know what I mean? That's dope, bro. You know what I mean? That's super dope. That's dope. And I'm gonna go into our second question for you. We're talking about music videos and things like that, and having that visual for your music is very important in that industry. Yeah, like, how do you negotiate that price, or like what is a solid average price for a music video for anybody that's up and coming artists and want to get their name out there? Like, what is that solid average price that a video should take to get that hood effect on that mother?
Yeah. Well, first off, I know video prices vary, you know, where you coming from or where you at, but you know what I mean? I think the best thing to do is to find your own budget, because a lot of the time, you know, you can be, you know, consulting, talking with somebody, and they'll ask you, you know, what's your price? And you know what I mean? Some people might not be ready for the price you give them. It might be, you know, lower than what they've heard, or it might be above what they've ever heard. Because you never know. You get people that's just starting out and people that, you know, been doing this.
Absolutely.
So I think the first thing to do is to find a budget, I would say, and then come to, you know, your videographer with your budget. 9 times out of 10, even if your budget's below their price, you know, they're gonna work with you, or they could, you know, find some way to get whatever vision you need to get across for your budget. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I think budget's the biggest thing over price. Although budget and price do go hand in hand, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Hey, man, and while we talking about it, man, drop your information, drop all your information you want to do for your productions right now, so the people can know where to reach you, where to find you, how to get a hold of you, so they can, you know, get with JSTU.
Like JSTU, if I'm a young boy and I want like a video today, I want my video iced out, shining. Like how I talk to you, like what's the best way I can get to give me a video ASAP?
Well, I think the best way, fastest way is Instagram DMs. You know, that's the best, fastest way I'll see it. Another thing is email. For Instagram, I know we talked about it earlier. JSTU.productions, that's me. Email jstu.prod@gmail. You know what I'm saying? But I think Instagram DM is the best one for sure. You know, that way you can see some of my content. I can see some of your content while we talk. You know what I mean? So it gives a little background about each other. If you need me on YouTube, I got a few videos posted on YouTube. I got some playlists with a lot of my work on it that I have on YouTube. That's JSTU Productions on YouTube as well. So,
yeah. He got a crazy portfolio, ladies and gentlemen. He has a crazy portfolio.
It's crazy. It's balling out of control. We're going to our third question of the day right here on You Hear Me podcast. We want to ask you something critical. You know what I'm saying? Think about this a little bit. What's your favorite thing to record, bro? We know you do crazy football highlights. You do the music videos. Shoot, we shoot like movie, like mini movies, like all type of that. Like, what's your favorite thing? Like, you had to just pick one of them. Like, you ain't recording nothing else but this one thing. What's your favorite thing to record and why? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Cause I'm stuck between like short films and like music videos. Cause I'm the type of person I like to create an experience when I'm editing, when I'm shooting something. So I don't like to just, you know, do something kind of just and slap whatever together. I want to make sure that, you know, the person is engaged from the beginning to the end. So I think, man, but right now, I would definitely say music videos. You know what I mean? Just, you know, I love doing the, you know, the chopping up, the getting into the beat, you know what I mean? Creating that experience, you know what I mean? Anything that I could add my own personal pizzazz to, personal touch to, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Put some sauce on. Definitely music videos for right now, but definitely I want to be able to get into movies. That's the big thing I'm really trying to focus on coming up. I want to be able to, you know what I mean, get a lot of those techniques down and kind of bring a new flavor to like movies and cinematic, like TV show stuff. So
where does that inspiration come from for wanting to do movies? You know, some people like to stop at just music videos or something like that, but it seems like you know where you want to get to. So where did that inspiration come from, or who was you watching growing up type shit?
I wouldn't say I was watching anybody growing up, but I think I get a lot of my inspiration from, whether it's music videos or anything. I get a lot of my stuff from movies. I was having a conversation with one of my boys the other day. His name Justice. He do video too. It's Justice Silveira. So shout out to him. Nice. You know, I was having a conversation with him where it's like, once you watch movies and you start noticing, like, you know, how they do their framework, you know, how they move the camera to how the person, how they're moving the camera in the scene. That gives me a lot of ideas, even if I'm watching a movie, a TV show, for, you know, anything. A lot of times, a lot of the things we don't even see, like, to the public eye, is like a lot of these directors, whether it's music videos, TV shows, commercials, they get a lot of their stuff from you know, popular like movie producers and film directors. I think the biggest one that had an effect on me was definitely David Fincher as a movie director. You know what I mean? Just because if you ever get a chance, go on YouTube and look at how David Fincher catches your eye. That's something that is one of those things where, like, I took from him is one of those things that I always like taking from him is like the little camera movements that you may not notice, but it's what's keeping you engaged. You know what I mean? where it's like somebody's moving to one side of the room and the camera's moving with them, or like maybe that little joke to like a beat, the music. Like you may not even catch the first time around or the second or the third, but it's that subconscious stuff that keeps you locked in, that keeps the viewer, you know, ready to see more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, bro. I love the knowledge, bro. That's awesome, bro. Man did his homework, research, history, all that, man. That's dope, bro. That's dope. So we're gonna kind of transition to I don't want to say a football question, but the topic is dealing with football. You come from a decorated high school, one of the top high schools out there. Where does that influence from that network of people? How did that help you today? That network of people and that circle of friends and people like that. How did that help you prepare to be who you are today?
I think the biggest thing is like being around a lot of that star talent and being around people that were, you know, had big names or had, you know, big potential to get to big places. It let me know that for myself, like the sky's the limit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot more into what you may see in your own life. You know what I mean? Not to say that you want anything from anybody else, but you know, you hang around the right people, you get to see what life is like outside of your own. You know what I mean? So I think the biggest thing is definitely knowing that I can't limit myself because people around me, all my friends and people I'm growing up, that a lot of them got a future. Majority of them are athletes, you know.
Yeah.
This year in the upcoming draft, my high school who I played with, we got 7 people that are entering the draft, and really all 7 should be getting drafted. So it's like, wow, that's just this class. You know what I mean? I think the nation record is like 4 for a high school. Wow. So they're about to break a record for that this year. So being around so much like star talent and people that have such a high ceiling in life, you know, it's just motivation of like, what can I do? Even if it's not football, even if it's, you know what I'm saying? How can I make my own name for myself?
Yeah, bro. I think that's super dope, man. That just says a lot. The youth, y'all better learn some. A great circle of friends who's doing great things or planning to do great things, man, is only going to force you and motivate you to get off your eyes and do better for yourself. So that's dope. Right. That's super dope.
Hey, as you see at this point in the episode, I'm sitting up, so you know what's coming. I did a little something. I did a little something crazy this episode. Solo gonna say I snaked them. In the prompts, I didn't write with the sports question. I usually write the sports question. This on the top of the dome. So JSTU, at the end of every episode, we do a sports question. Okay. Solo calls it sports. So the sports question of the day is, I'm gonna go last because I popped the question up. So I'm gonna let y'all take the first 2. Nobody can pick the same person. So look, you a football defensive coordinator, right? You matched up against prime Calvin Johnson. You could pick any corner in the history of the NFL to guard him, or safety, any DB. Who are you picking to lock down Calvin Johnson under 100 yards? Go ahead first, JSTU.
Be real with you. I'm gonna have to go Patrick Peterson. To be real with you. I mean, if you want to be real, he got good film on him.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? And Pat B played man to man all game.
I don't know. So, Megatron, Pat B.
I don't know, man. Look,
I'm gonna play some clips as we talking about this in the corner.
Hey, DJ Scott, you really is bogus because you did snake me on this question because you did the heads up.
As they picking their answers, I'm gonna pick Megatron.
But it's cool though because I know who's somebody who's gonna lock that man down.
Ooh.
And he do production videos too. He's versatile. He's versatile. You know what I'm saying? He's laughing because you already know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, man.
Stu, man.
Yeah, man. Tell him what it up. Yeah.
No questions. No questions.
JSTU versus Megatron. I gotta run that clip on JSTU versus Megatron at the bottom of me. Stick him. On me, I'm definitely going with my boy JSTU too. But if JSTU not available for the game, I'm definitely going to New York. Picking my boy Darrell Revis. Check me out, man. Revis Island. Real Jets fan. Jets fan thinking through. But let's just be real, man. At a certain point in time, man, Revis was uncatchable on like he had one of the nastiest islands that ever come around. So I'm definitely not in my head. I'm messing with the Pat Pete pick too, but Pat Pete, Revis, I feel like they'd give Megatron at least a little bit of trouble, but it's Megatron. 6'5", 4'2", 4'3". It's tough.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, man, that's another interview.
JSTU gonna lock him up though, but
JSTU definitely gonna go crazy. Anyways, man.
Yeah.
That is another.
He getting pushed out of bounds too.
Gotta get physical, man. Anyways, that's another episode of You Hear Me podcast. We here today with JSTU, King Solo, your boy D Scott, talking about a lot of things, but you know how we end every episode.
Hold on, D Scott. Hold on, man. Hey,
this is getting so important. This is getting so important. Out of here, man. Let me do the thing.
Let everybody know. Continue to be knowledgeable. Continue to be intelligent. Never give up. And always goes for yourself. That's the king way. That's the king society way. Now, D Scott.
This is so important. Hold on. Let's give our guests a chance to like say something. Give them something inspirational, JSTU. We never do this. This is first. This is a new thing.
Here's the first time.
Give them something inspirational real quick. A little pump up speech. Give them something.
Man. Whatever. Hey man, whatever you set your mind to, do it, man. Get right or get left. You feel me? It ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be peaches. It ain't gonna be, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be how you want it or what you made it to be, but you know what I mean? It's beauty in the struggle.
Yeah.
That's the best fight.
Shout out J. Cole, man. Hey, shout out J. Cole, man. But look, because it gets no more serious than this, man. We got some people that's been watching this episode. We 15, 16, 17. Man, we got some fans that message us every episode and talk about the ups and downs, the lefts and rights and nuances. But we know one thing is remaining the same, baby. You know, I'm keeping this coming every time. This is so serious. I had to drag it out this time. This is the longest ever drag out, too. But I'm telling y'all like this, and let me get right up there because Solomon had me all in the camera last time. Let me tell y'all, man. Let me tell y'all, man. And I'm so serious. You see the seriosity. That's another made up word.
Hey, that's
if
you're trying.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get to something, I'm gonna say it quiet. No, but
if
you're trying to get to something, you better get to it today.